Hello everyone and welcome back to the Modern Investing channel. Tesla is printing impressive numbers of deliveries quarter after quarter. Along with that, valuation reached sky-high levels. Is there a way to profit from Tesla growth without being exposed to the stock? We will find it out in this video. Let's dive into it. Tesla managed to deliver 936,000 electric vehicles in 2021, setting new records quarter after quarter. The number Tesla is printing are absolutely amazing. However, investors are ultra exuberant on the stock, and many fears that these valuations are unjustified. Tesla passed the $1 trillion market cap with a PE ratio above 300. So wouldn't it be amazing to profit from the staggering growth of this company, but without being exposed to the potential high risks that these valuations pose? The answer is investing in Tesla suppliers. If Tesla keeps on growing and the demand for their cars increase, the suppliers will benefit from it. And at the same time, if Tesla valuation deflates at some point, it will not have consequences on the suppliers. And of course, there is supplier and supplier. For this strategy to hold, the supplier needs to stick around, have a critical function, difficult to replace, and have long-term contracts with Tesla. And what is more critical in electric cars than batteries? We talked a lot in the channel about metals needed to manufacture cathodes, but this time I would like to shift the focus on anode. The anode in electric car batteries is made of graphite, which can be produced either naturally or synthetically. And the big news here is that Tesla has signed an agreement with Syrah Resources to supply it with graphite needed to manufacture batteries. This is a huge deal for Syrah Resources because Tesla is so big and Syrah is so small that Tesla can easily absorb all the output of Syrah and even fuel future growth. Needless to say, graphite demand will skyrocket in the next years, alongside all the other EV materials. China has 70% of the market share, reaching an output of 60 kilotons in September 2021. This centralization issue, as well as tariffs on Chinese goods, have incentivized the market to source graphite ready for anode manufacturing out of China. And before we move on, I wanted to show this graph which I find hilarious. The dotted line was the projected increase in battery manufacturing capacity in the next 10 years, as the projections made in October 2020, for the global market on the left and Europe and US on the right. Apparently, the dotted line was not steep enough, and this past October, the projections were adjusted to the full line on the graph. It is crazy how strong the demand for battery is, and at this pace next year, they might redraw the line going straight up, I suppose. So to wrap up this introduction, Syrah is at the right place at the right time. It can ride the steep demand for graphite needed to produce batteries, and it is one of the few non-Chinese plays. Let's now move on into looking at the business of Syrah. Syrah aims at becoming a vertically integrated company that wants to be involved in all steps of the value chain, from mining of the graphite in its mine in Mozambique to the refinement of production of active anode material in its plant in US, which is currently under construction. In the bigger perspective, it aims at mining graphite in Africa and either sell the raw material to China or fuel its refinery in US called Vidalia to sell the final anode active material to US and European customers. The Balama Mozambique mine is a true jewel. It is huge. Balama is the largest integrated natural graphite mining and processing plant globally, as measured by annual flake concentrate production capacity, and has 50 years of mine life. The mine went through some drama during the pandemic, where it was partially closed and hindered production. This was combined by the disruption of the global container shipping market. Obviously, the stock was hammered during this period, but it seems that production is resuming. Another thing worth mentioning is that they have discovered vanadium deposits at the Balama mine. Vanadium is used in steel to increase strength, and it is dedicated to premium applications like work tools and jet turbines. Vidalia is the name of the processing plant that is under construction in the US. Syrah is aiming to be the first major integrated ex-China producer of natural graphite, active anode material, that is battery ready for electric vehicle. The project is ambitious, and next year it is expected to be able to produce 10 kilotons per annum of active anode material. By 2030, they envision scaling up to 100 kilotons per annum. If the management succeeds in execution, it would lead to a 10x output increase with a compounded annual growth rate of 39% for 7 years. This shows the growth potential of this project. On the other hand, we must acknowledge that this is all on paper. We haven't seen anything yet, so there is definitely a risk in terms of whether they will be able at all to execute on this scale. In conclusion, the graphite market has huge expansion prospects and there will be increased demand for it in the years to come. Syrah will be an attractive non-Chinese graphite supplier of active anode material once the Vidalia plant in the US is operational. I buy in the fact that Syrah will not run out of customers anytime soon. From Tesla to the other battery makers, there will be plenty of demand. On the negative, there is a substantial management execution risk, especially because Vidalia has not proven itself yet. Moreover, if Tesla pulls out of the deal for whatever reason, although unlikely, it would be devastating in the short term. In the medium to long term, though, they will find easily other customers, but in the short term, it will be rough. That's it for today. I hope you got value out of this video and let me know in the comments below if you think Syrah could be a smart indirect play on Tesla or if you have other ideas. See you in the next video. Before we go, I must remind you that I'm not a financial advisor and this content is not financial advice. It's just my opinion and you should do your own due diligence before investing in any product. Have a great day.